Hey guys, it's Ifeanyiwa and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be doing a 2022 planner flip through video. A quick overview on how I've been loving my Louis Vuitton A5 GM agenda for the past year, things I want to switch up, and then showing you what inserts and layout I'm hoping to adapt for 2022. This is the A5 GM size. It's also known as the desk agenda. I absolutely love this. I've been using it every single day for the past year, and as you can see, it is still in absolutely amazing condition. It's hard to say that it's worth it when you think about how much these things cost, but I will say that it still looks brand new and I use this thing every single day. I'll open it up for you just so you can see what it looks like on the inside. It has these two pockets here where you can store things. I don't tend to use it. I have this third pocket as well where you can also store more documents. I just have this vellum sheet of paper here. I use that to act as a barrier between the rings and the leather to prevent indentations. The quality of the metal still looks really good. There's no tarnishing or anything like that. It's a little dusty because I should have cleaned it before this video. I can't see any tarnishing or rust. And obviously you have the rings, and then on the back side, similarly, there are some more pockets. This is a sheet of paper that I use again to prevent indentation on the leather. The glazing on the corners still is intact. I don't notice any damage, no tarnishing on the hardware, very minimal scratching, but again, I use this every single day. The main way I like to use this is just I leave it on my desk. I don't take this anywhere. I've been working from home for the most of the time that I've had this, but on the few occasions that I have gone into the office, I just took out the sheets of paper that were relevant to that day and I pretty much just used it that way. And then when I came back home, I put it in my agenda. So I haven't actually transported this anywhere. That might also contribute to why it's in such good condition. Still loving it. Still highly recommend it. And in all my years of planning, this is the first new year where I haven't felt the need to go out and repurchase a new planner. I really loved the ring planning method. I really loved planning my own inserts. It's honestly been incredible. So once you open up my agenda, the very first thing you see is this transparent vellum sheet. I think I got this from Filofax. This came with one of my previous agendas. I don't know why I have it here, to be very honest with you. But right after that, I like to put in the yearly overview. This is an insert that I used last year. It's really, really amazing. It gives you a yearly overview on one page, and I really enjoyed using this. Here I have my monthly inserts. Again, these are all from Infinite Lotus, and I'm just going to divide each month into each divider. So this insert comes with 2 pages, I believe, for each month. You can put in your priorities for the month. You see the month on one page, so in a lot more detail right there. And then you can put your important dates at the bottom. You can also break down your to-do list and do a monthly review with your gratitude, your accomplishments, lessons, and notes. I think that's new for this year. Next thing I'm going to put in are some weekly inserts. So these are the same inserts that I used last year, so I didn't have to repurchase these because I actually got the blank ones, so they work for forever. I really enjoyed using these because again, it helps me to see a week at a time. I'm going to allocate 2 of these sheets to every single month because that will be enough for a month, give or take. They're double-sided and they're about 4 weeks in every month. Next up, I have my daily plan insert. this is something I kind of wanted to talk to you guys a bit about. So last year, if you recall, I had the daily inserts where I had one sheet of paper for every single day. I found that to be quite wasteful. For one, half of that template is dedicated to your schedule and it's an hourly breakdown. I actually manage my schedule online, so I have a digital calendar, so it just felt a bit wasteful. I didn't need that space. What I did find really useful was the to-do section. So this year I decided to go with the daily plan insert from Infinite Lotus. This is an insert I've never used before. It's really simple. They're literally just a space for you to put in your date, write your tasks for the day, and of course you can check them off as you go, which I absolutely love. I think that this will really help me reduce the weight of my planner because obviously I have 4 days on one sheet of paper as opposed to 1 day on one sheet of paper. I'm going to put 4 sheets in every single month. So the next insert I have to show you guys is a new one as well. This is the habit tracker insert. I think I might actually pop this in here. The great thing about this system is I can always move things around, but this will be good because it'll remind me once I open up my journal. If it's front and center, I'll actually remember to do it. And then the last insert I wanted to show you guys is a financial overview insert. I had the budget tracker insert last year. I didn't like this insert. I'm not gonna fill every single thing I purchased in the month. For some people maybe, but for me it was a bit unrealistic, so I genuinely used this maybe twice and gave up. So I found this insert and this looked a lot more practical. You're able to track your income on this insert, and you can put in your different streams of income, which I really liked. And then you can group your expenses into categories as well. And then on the bottom, oh, there's even a separate tab for saving, so that's great. I can save towards different things. And then at the end, you can summarize your income, expenses, savings, ending balance. And I just thought this was really useful. Maybe it makes more sense to put one of these in each month. If you recall, as part of the monthly overview, at the end, you have your monthly review. So I think when I'm filling in my monthly review, it would also make sense to do a financial review. So I'm just gonna pop this here for now. I try not to press the ring binder too much. It's just me being anal, so I'm just going to move things across that way. Some of you might be thinking, why is she only doing this now? It's pretty much the end of January. Yes, you are right. But I have been, oh, something's gone wrong here. I've been on holiday for the first 2 weeks of the year, so I'm only just now getting around to doing this. So my camera shut off and I was trying to show you guys how I label my vertical tabs. I am going to be using this Dymo emboss label maker that I got on Amazon last year. I've never done this before, but I thought that it might help. I can fit in 5 letters comfortably on each tab. So I've made this one that just says YT/IG. It's going to be for content. I'm going to have to source a really good content planning insert. And if I find one that I like, I will actually link it down below for you. Okay, I'm going to follow the same process for the rest of my free tabs. So projects is too many letters, so I'm not sure. I can just put PROJ. I think I'll just do that. J, and I'm going to cut it. Obviously you could get custom made labels on Etsy or something like that, but I didn't want to pay for that because one thing I've learned in this system is that it's pretty flexible. Things can change and you don't always know what will work for you, what you need. Yeah, that seems to work pretty well. So I'm going to fill in the rest of these. Okay, so now I'm going to do a very quick flip through of my setup for 2022. The first thing you see is this Filofax ruler. Right after that, I have this inbox sheet, which is from Cloth and Paper. Then I have my yearly overview. This is really useful because it just shows you what day certain dates fall on, but it's too small, at least in my opinion, to use to write anything. This is a 2-page spread of the year. Then I have my 2022 vision, and then obviously breaking all of that down month to month. By the way, if you're watching this video and you have any tips on lighting, I find it so difficult to light white pages. Please let me know because I'm struggling. Here is just a deep dive into each quarter, and then you can do a quarterly review where you talk about your accomplishments, improvements, and your notes. Moving on to the habit section. This is going to be a really fun, at least I think it'll be a really fun spread. So I can basically track different habits. I have my monthly dividers at the top, and I am just going to show you what 1 month looks like because it's pretty repetitive. The first page I have is the monthly overview. Here I've decided to put in my financial overview. So when I'm doing my monthly review, I remember to do a review on my finances. And then after that, I have my weekly spreads. And then you move on to your daily plan. And that's everything I have in each section, and it pretty much just follows over for February, March, April, May, June, all the way down to December. So at the end of the monthly spreads, I have a section for YouTube and Instagram. That's empty because I'm looking for a printable that I can use for that. My project section, this is a carryover from last year. This is actually a media TV unit that I've been saying I wanted to build. And then after that, I have my notes section. I'm not going to open that up because that's private. And then I have 2 other tabs, if I can show you. Right there. And then at the very bottom, or at the very end rather, I have this Filofax envelope. I use this to typically store receipts. And then that very first sheet of vellum, I decided to pop it over here. So this will obviously act as the protective barrier, and then it looks a lot neater. At least I think so. So that's everything. If you notice, my agenda is a lot slimmer than it was last year, and that's primarily because of the paper saving hack that I use with the daily printable inserts, but also because I've only filled in my agenda up until June, so that way I'm able to hopefully transport it a lot easier because it's a lot lighter. I mean, it's still hefty, it's still a lot of paper, but it's nowhere near as heavy or as thick as it was last year. I also noticed that filling up the whole year was starting to create a bit of lift in the agenda because there's obviously a lot of paper. Quite conscious about that, and I wanted to find a way to remedy that, so I'm happy with the weight and the size of it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I absolutely love planning videos. If you want to see more videos like this on my channel, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll be back with more videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe, stay blessed, and take care.